Well, as you saw in the film, it's it's an investment that I probably won't live to see the results, because over time you'll see that pipeline changing. But there being a lot of stories of people that actually finished the AREs through those classes and are today architects, which is amazing.
Welcome to Flow Design Architects, a company that works with you and for you.
Between 2017 and 2018, me and my partner Marco Severino launched Flow, an architectural office that didn't have a mission or a clear purpose. Thankfully, we knew something was wrong. Several words started to ring true to me: lack of diversity, pipeline, minority architects, diverse backgrounds. Me and my partner Marcos decided to investigate the matter a little bit more. We learned that there weren't a lot of minority architects. There weren't a lot of Latino architects. We learned that there wasn't a lot of people from all over the world working together in one team. And we decided that we wanted to change that.
When I was a child, I always remember that I wanted to become a firefighter or an architect, and I wasn't able to see anyone that looked like me that can represent that dream that I have. Now, we have that dream come true, who are touching life in every spectrum. They go to elementary school, middle school, and high school to try to model that anyone that want to become an architect, they can see firsthand how they are.
Then we learned that we needed to reinforce that. We went to high schools and colleges to ensure that those that made it there stayed the path. Then we decided to create a big ecosystem where we could support architects from all over and make sure that they made it through. We decided to open the ARE Success Class in our YouTube channel, open to everybody for free. And we continue to go to middle schools, preschools, and high schools to talk to children.
Well, one of the things that I think you're doing really well is, and that's going to have a huge impact on ensuring that the future of architecture is more inclusive, equitable, and diverse, and that is going into schools. We should be spending more time in schools talking to kids, and wherever we can find an opportunity to work with kids and teach them about architecture and how architecture is building community.
That's our legacy. That's the impact we're leaving. We are the change we seek. This is the only way to get it done.
I think for many of us in this room, we are familiar with our shared history, our shared truth, in that communities, and especially communities of color, have not always been directly engaged in building and shaping their own community. Our country has a real history and a truth in that there was a time spent in slicing and dividing and destroying whole neighborhoods, whole communities of color. And so I think what's appreciated here, and we're going to start with Darwin Fortuna, starting with the industry and realizing that, as you have, there's a need to grow a pipeline of talent so that not only are we engaging with communities today, making an active effort to do better today, but also growing the talent that can actually design and shape and create their communities today, right? As future architects, engineers, design professionals. Could you share with us maybe a story or two that has inspired you in that work along the way? I mean, have there been students along the way that you've worked with that you feel like really speak to that work, or just if you could share with us again, just maybe a story or two.
Well, as you saw in the film, it's an investment that I probably won't live to see the results, because over time you'll see that pipeline changing. But there being a lot of stories of people that actually finished the ARES through those classes and are today architects, which is amazing. And being able to not just have a seat at the table, which is, they say if you're not sitting at the table, you're actually the menu, right? So being able to be there and basically change the built environment as designers, it will be, let me just put it this way, it actually will be easier to create all of these amazing developments if we had all of the hats. We historically have been the laborers, right? I remember at school, one of my teachers said, I hope you don't go into the construction side and actually stay as an architect, like not just the laborer that can do the work, but actually stay influenced in that. So there's plenty of stories. My children decided that they want to be architect. I don't know if that's true, but we'll see how that goes. But it makes all of us so much better to have diversity, to have inclusion, to have everybody. It's not just a catchy thing. So we saw the problem at the office early on. We didn't know much about what it meant, but now seeing it within the big picture, the results are so much better, right? And it's not just having African Americans or Latinos, but also it's everybody. It's biodiversity, right? It's not just, it's creating an ecosystem that's very sustainable. And we're working on it little by little, and we've seen a lot of differences happening, and it's gonna make it better because we're gonna have also clients that are diverse, that are gonna be able to feel intimidated by the process, and luckily it won't take 5 years to do the projects. So having all of these different players within the room is gonna make it so that they're better clients. There's everybody's involved and they know the language and we understand each other. Not easy. Having a firm that's diverse, it's very hard. And having a firm having to constantly train every single day, it's hard. But at the end of and being able to understand that someone from China thinks completely different than somebody from Brazil, right? Our office looks like the United Nations because we have people from almost everywhere. Within the 12 shares that we have 12 different countries. Not easy, but the work that comes out, it's so much better. And the clients that we attract, because the misfits are no longer the misfits anymore, right? We belong together. It's amazing. So we're very happy to do that.
Thank you for watching.